going on, everybody? Austin here with Delaney.
Hi.
And we have a very special guest today. We have Dr. Professor. He insists on being called Dr. Professor. Dr. Professor Mark Baughman here, who is a physical therapist and owner of Coltman and Baughman Physical Therapy up at the beach. And you're gonna be moving down towards us, right?
Moving down towards the Nocatee Way, coming soon this summer, absolutely.
Yeah.
Coming soon to a
Brand
theater
new
near you.
clinic expanding south, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But this is, we're up to 3 now, episodes of Easier Said. And do we still have to talk about what we're doing here? Here, you can talk about it.
Basically, just talking with local business owners and people in North Florida on things that are easier said than done in business and life. And we thought Mark was an awesome person to talk to because you're kind of multifaceted. You know what I mean?
A little bit,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you're a physical therapist, but also he told me you dabble in putting on full triathlons.
We do.
Dabble. Yeah, he does. Like, I think is it the only triathlon in town now?
It was when we first started, that's right. That's why we even put it on, right?
Copycats.
Exactly. Jack's Beach traditionally has a great triathlon experience, lots of them to participate in, but a couple years ago, they all kind of dried up for various reasons, and so one of our niche markets with our PT company is working with endurance athletes. And so
Not me.
No, not you.
Definitely not me.
Yeah,
With my Starbucks.
my business partner is a huge triathlete, and he's hardcore, does the deal. And so we said, there's no way that Jacksonville Beach can't have one. So we decided to put one on 3 years ago, and it's been annual last 3 years running.
Nice.
It's been good.
And we forgot our little opening thing. I completely forgot to ask
the
you.
weekly question thing?
Yes. Do you have, just to kind of, for everybody to get to know maybe just a little bit more and stuff that's gone on, is there anything that was like a best part of this past week, tough part, a first world problem that was kind of a silly problem, anything? We usually share ours too, but if you want to, I don't know if you have one off the top of your head or you...
Best part of this week, signed our lease for the new place down near Nocatee for the new clinic, so that is good. Yes,
Nice.
absolutely.
Uh,
Worst part of this week, I saw the price for the new place down in Nocatee. So,
How's the construction going?
Yes,
Are there delays? The material costs pretty good?
material costs are nice. They're
Yeah.
good and high.
Hefty.
They are. But no, it's good. It's a good problem. We're excited, but sticker shock for sure.
Are you able to say kind of specifically where it's at yet or not?
Yeah, no, absolutely. The lease is signed, so we're going. So it's the Above Basketball Medical Facility. So there's Above
Next
Basketball.
door to where you used to be over at.
Oh, it's right there.
That's
Oh,
right.
that
Dreamfinders
place is always packed. That is
Always.
perfect.
It is. We're really excited to be there. So they're doing a phase 2 medical complex. So they're going to be a pediatrician,
Oh, I need that.
some infusion places. So they're just trying to create a medical facility, and so we'll be the PT providers that are in there. So we're really pumped to be there.
And just because there's no way anybody would know where we're talking about, just based off of us kind of going back and forth, that is on Phillips Highway,
That's
right by Racetrack Road.
Yes.
Right before you get to the bridge to go into Nocatee.
Yes.
On the left.
That's right. Exactly.
Awesome. Best, worst? Anything? First world problem?
So my first world problem we talked about was my family took me Monday for my birthday dinner to Fogo de Chao,
Nice.
and I had to figure out like my eating plan during the day that
That's
day.
right.
Because if you completely fast and starve yourself, like your stomach's just not ready for all the meat extravaganza that's about to happen, and so you just have to kind of find that rhythm, and it was a little stressful, but I think I did pretty.
Did you power through?
I did pretty good with it. Yeah, I had a bit of picanha.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and some other stuff too.
You know, that's the reason for the caparanias, is to help settle your stomach.
That's right.
And to break down the meat. So
That's right.
a couple caparanias keeps you going.
There were a couple of those involved too.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, and you posted on Facebook that you're like, I don't know, I'm going tonight, I don't know. And I replied in a comment that I would be lying if I haven't had this exact problem before. Have you had that going to like a place like that? Like, do I eat a ton? Do I not? It's like Thanksgiving. Like, do you eat anything if it's dinner? What do you do? So, I mean, that's a real, very serious problem. Very serious.
Success. Much success.
Well done.
Any first world problems for you? Anything
Oh man, first world problems. I don't know that I have any right now.
They're all real problems. No,
Yes, exactly, exactly.
I guess for me, really, the best and worst part is kind of the same. My daughter has never-ending ear infection, sinus infection. She's almost 2, and we are getting referred to an ENT to look at getting tubes put in and maybe removing her adenoids and stuff. Because it's just nonstop. So that's the best part, and the worst is that she's sick yet again with another one.
I think you said it was the 11,000th.
I said it was the 762nd, which
Okay.
I feel like
Infection.
that's an understatement. But yeah, so happy that we're on the road to hopefully answers there.
Nice.
Yes. But easier said than done. Do we want to talk more about the triathlon side of things and what's easier putting that on? I mean, we kind of chatted before.
Yeah, I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. I heard this year was fantastic.
Worked out great.
That everything worked out great. Everything was super smooth. I'm assuming, as easy as that looked, that there was probably some things behind the scenes.
There are some logistics that had to
Maybe
get
it wasn't
taken
as
care of.
easy as okay.
And it just happened, right?
May 1st just happened. That's right. So
Okay.
third annual. Third was actually way more smooth than the first 2.
Makes
We
sense.
learned a lot from the first 2. So we were fortunate to have great weather. The ocean was beautifully flat. The weather was perfect. So it was a great day for racing. But the logistics going up to it, it was not as calm as the day appeared, for sure.
On the behind the scenes. So like what are some of those, you say logistics, what are some of those things that are a little bit tougher, or maybe things you learned from the first and second year?
Probably the biggest logistical thing to overcome is volunteers, right? So we literally have about 50 volunteers. So people showed up huge to help out and get it running smooth. But getting volunteers coordinated to the right place, explained what the job description is for that volunteer position, because you have swim marshals, bike marshals, registration people, water people. So getting them to the right place at the right time, letting them know what they need to do. We can't have bike marshals pointing them in the wrong direction. That would go bad really quick. So that was probably one of the big logistical hurdles. One of the other big hurdles is just planning your race course, right? So you got to keep it safe. You can't have bikes crossing the runners. You can't have people coming out when other people are supposed to be going in. So just getting all the logistics of the race course.
And closing roads down.
Closing, yes, we closed down Wonderwood, the left lane, going westbound and eastbound. So we went out all the way up to Kernan Boulevard, and so we had the left lane closed down.
So if I entered a triathlon,
Yeah.
and so I'm way last place. What do you do with the people that are way at the end?
Yeah. You know what? It was actually cool because there was 1 or 2 people that there was a significant gap in time. And the triathlon crowd was actually really friendly. And so everybody kind of hung out and was waiting. And as that person got through, everybody lined up on the finish to encourage them and cheer them in the last quarter mile. So it actually happened, and it was kind of cool. So it was a really neat experience.
Maybe I will enter then,
Yes,
just so
exactly.
I can be that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want some praise, just come in last. That was good. No, so it was a good positive experience for that person. So it was really cool.
Awesome.
What is now you did mention that there were a couple things that you just wouldn't even think about. We were chatting before, the shutting down the roads, getting police
Yes.
what is it, security kind of to help with the roads, but also you said the time, there's a company that just puts on that just times everything.
Yes.
That is just so, I would have never thought that that is a specific, and you mentioned computer chips.
Yeah.
Explain that to me as far as is that in the thing they run through at the end, or?
Yeah, so each, racer has a computer chip on their ankle, right? And so it's a timing chip. And so this company has all the timing chips, and they set everything up. And then as they run through the chute where there's the timing, it just crosses and it just sends that data immediately to the computer. So you get pretty instant results. So, by the time you're done getting cleaned up from the triathlon, it posts the race results already.
What was the quickest time? Do you remember, or just ballpark?
Good question. So it was under an hour. So they were hauling pretty good.
And what's the swim? Yeah. Is it a mile?
So it was a sprint triathlon, and so it's a half-mile swim.
In the ocean.
In the ocean.
Just minor detail, in the ocean.
So swimming from sharks makes you go fast.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So it's a half-mile swim,
okay.
20-kilometer bike, and a 5-kilometer run. So sprint triathlons vary in distance, but they're all ballpark about that distance.
In an hour for all of that?
Under an hour, yeah.
Then you're wet, so you have to deal with like the chafing after. And all of that.
There are some chafing issues.
There need a chafing
Should we talk
station.
about your chafing issues?
I have had some chafing issues.
Andy Bernard,
yes.
chafing issues.
It was, and that was just from half marathon. And
Gotta see if I can find a picture of this to put it up on.
you should. It was a classic bloody nipple picture. Double bloody nipples, literally pouring
That
down.
sounds like a
street.
really, really bad.
Sounds like a bad drink.
Frat. I was just gonna say like a frat party.
Give me a
Double
bloody
nipple.
double bloody nipple.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was all good until I got in the shower. That was awesome.
Oh, and you know what's so funny is I can't imagine. I
Yes.
can't imagine. So did you do the triathlon? The ones who put on, or are you strictly just
Strictly overseeing. Yeah.
There's no way to do both.
No, there's no way to do both. But like I said, I dabble in triathlons. My business partner Rob is hardcore, does full-on Ironmans. He's actually going to Ironman Hawaii this year in October.
Oh wow!
World Championships. So he's
Go
been,
Rob.
Yes. So shout out to him because he's an amazing endurance athlete. Most humble guy you'll ever meet. You would never know it looking at him, but he goes out and just crushes it.
He's an amazing athlete. You'd never know it looking at him.
I have no
Didn't mean
idea.
it that way.
Oh my gosh. Well, and then you had mentioned your practice. You guys really, I mean, just from a marketing standpoint on my side, kind of thinking about this, when we were talking before, I said, you know, how does it advertise and all of those things? You said your target market is endurance athletes. So obviously are they called triathletes?
So when we say endurance athletes, we're talking about runners, swimmers,
That's what I was gonna
cyclists,
ask.
triathletes themselves, right? So
Okay.
anything in that domain. That was our niche when we opened up our practice. So we love the biomechanics of running, just understanding the unique needs of endurance athletes, the unique mindset. So right, if you're hurt and you can't participate, you're losing fitness, right? And so your whole training schedule is based on having fitness. So anything that compromises that is a serious travesty. So there's some unique needs with endurance athletes, and so that's what we focused on as our niche when we initially opened up.
And it kind of just flowed into y'all's story of him loving triathlons, that being the target market, and now you guys have like booths and companies that come out and are at the races
That's
to
right.
market their products and things like that, right?
Yeah, we've had some great sponsors of our triathlon. Super thankful for them. You know, Stretch Lab has been great.
I've heard of them. Yes.
Our buddy who's here in Jacksonville owns Connecticut CGC Water Softener Company. He's been super helpful, donates all the water for our races, and Admira Dentistry is the sponsorship to help shut down the road. So
Now you've started, so you better not miss anyone.
I know.
I was gonna say, do they do root canals on the side of the road?
Yes.
in
You
the
just
race?
like tag everyone underneath
Yeah.
on the post later.
But so those guys are great, and so they come out and have booths and help put on the race.
Awesome.
You need a mortgage company to sponsor you next time.
I mean, if you do, I can hand out. What I don't know what houses. You get a house, and you get a house, and you get a house.
It'd be very Oprah.
I
Oprah
know.
moment.
I don't know. I mean, I know we talked about the logistics. Anything else you were thinking as far as the easier?
Well, no, I'm curious with, so you've got the very successful clinic up in Jack's Beach. You've got your own building, you're expanding.
Yes.
So a lot of construction going on in your life right
Yes,
now.
absolutely. I'm well aware of the price of a 2x4.
I heard that you heard the HOA is making you replace your driveway.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's a
That's
first
awesome,
world
too.
problem.
Yeah,
right?
There
Yes.
you go. And they said it was a specific amount of cracks, right?
25% of the driveway has cracks. It's time to replace it.
So you've got that going on,
That's
but
so fun.
moving down towards Nocatee,
Yes.
and actually it'll be really close access to like Durbin Park and everything there
That's
as
right.
well. So you got a really
Super
good spot.
strategic. Yeah.
But like, what kind of challenges have you run into trying to move a clinic? I mean, is it mostly the location and fit, outfitting it, or is it staffing, or like, I mean, obviously with your, speciality in your practice as well, you need to make sure you find the right fits. I imagine you're not just looking for anyone.
Couple challenges, of course. The timing with construction right now, it's all over the board.
We can attest to that.
Right? So it's nothing new for anybody, but just figuring out the timing with hiring new people, because it's a moving target, right? So you tell somebody, hey, we're going to open up in May. Now it's June, now it's August, and so you're messing with people's lives as you're trying to hire people, and they're trying to figure out what they want to do from their work scenario. So I think the moving target of the time frame has been the biggest challenge for sure.
Because you have and then it's just so interesting because it's the same as building building a house in the same way of, you have your close date or whatever,
that's
and then
right.
you're like, okay, furniture
Close
this
date.
Yeah, your close date, which is merely just a suggestion these days,
Yes.
especially with that.
Closing tomorrow, but we don't have windows yet, so
I know.
it might be pushed.
might be 3 months, but like then going back, like you said, all of the workers and the furniture and the painting and like
Yes.
all of that type of stuff. Now, is this you guys are moving full locations, or you guys are adding another location?
So we're adding another location.
That's what I thought. Okay.
That's right. So we're
Awesome.
expanding our main location out of Jack's Beach. We're adding about 700 square feet. So that's awesome. And we're adding that second location.
Where's it at in Jack's Beach right now?
It's on
Just for-
13th Street. It's over on the same road the hospital's on. We're just off A1A.
Oh, that's so convenient too.
Super convenient.
And this one, people don't realize right where you're moving the new location. It's really close off the highway too. I don't think a lot of people realize that. So 2 prime locations, kind of no matter which side of
Yeah,
town you're on.
9B, or coming up from Nocatee or Palencia, or over from 210. Man, it's clutch.
It should be solid.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it.
Are we ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we talked about, Austin and I, when we first started, about some funny things we could do within our little chats.
We need bits. So if you guys have ideas for bits, like segments,
We
Post
think
them.
we're funny, but I don't know if everyone else may think that we're funny.
I go back and watch the edits, and I'm like, we're not as funny as we think we are.
I know.
I'm just gonna cut out all the Delaney stuff.
Oh, I know, edit me out, just me staring. So do you guys read these?
Yeah. So we're gonna do the dad joke thing. So
All right.
Delaney has some dad jokes for us, and we're gonna read them to each other and see if we can.
If you,
know.
whoever laughs, if you laugh when he reads it, then he gets a point.
So if the segment's bad, I can just make it end by laughing really quick.
Exactly.
Is tickling allowed?
Is tickling allowed?
Yes.
That might be a,
1,000% no. That's easy. That's easy.
I was gonna say, that's
1,000%
a
no.
different kind of video. So I will keep score.
Okay.
And then basically, now the last question I have on this is, if you laugh at your own joke you're reading, does
the other
he
person
get a point?
gets- yeah, I
Oh
think so.
gosh, you guys, where's a notepad calculator?
Yeah, just
I
have-
need
just
the
have
timing
fingers on each
company
side,
here.
Right?
Okay,
We'll have the video back up.
I know. So dad jokes.
We
you
could
got-
probably, as we're editing, we could probably put like a ding, like a graphic up or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll
We'll
edit
do
it
it
in
in
post.
post. We'll do it all in post. I have no idea what I'm doing in post, but
It sounds good.
We'll figure it out.
All right, rock,
Cool.
paper, scissors.
Okay.
Who goes
Oh,
first?
I was gonna suggest that too. Is it 1, 2, 3 shoot or 1, 2 shoot?
1, 2, 3, then shoot.
Oh, thank you.
Same here.
See
I
that,
can't
Brent?
stand
Yes.
it. People just try to cheat. That's their. Oh, I didn't know. No, you so new. Okay, sorry. I just went on a tangent.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3 shoot.
Oh, got me.
Do you want to go first, or
I'll
you
go
want him?
first. Yeah,
Okay,
I'll go first.
let's go.
All right.
And you have to look at him when you say it.
All right. I'm not gonna laugh. What do you call a monkey in a minefield? A baboom.
No.
No?
No.
All right,
No.
there you go.
No. All right. Let's see what we got.
Can I look at his?
No.
What is ET short for?
Extraterrestrial?
So he can fit on a spaceship. Wagga, wagga, wagga.
You lost on your own. Now you guys.
Oh, no, I did too.
I like
All
that
right.
that move at the end. Wagga, wagga, wagga. Okay, so we got.
Oh, this is a classic.
All right.
This is a classic. So you may know this one, but pretend you don't. What are the strongest days of the week?
No idea.
Saturday and Sunday. The rest are all weekdays.
Nice. Nice. That's good.
It's not
That's
quite.
good.
It's good, but it's not
It's
quite
good, but
like
it's not laughable.
hilarious. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah. We're getting
All
there
right.
though.
All right.
We need to do this in the evening so we can have some drinks.
Yes. Loosen up a little bit with that. All right. What do you call a fashionable lawn statue with an excellent sense of rhythm? A metronome. See, I like that. I work with metronomes all day with running cadence, so that I
Really?
like that one. I
Oh,
like
wow.
That's you didn't know it, but I specifically chose that paper for you.
that.
Okay, one more, guys.
All right, here we go.
Oh, one more? Okay.
Or do you want to do them all?
Oh, I don't know. It's up to you.
Okay, let's
All
see.
right. What is Beethoven's favorite fruit?
Oh man, no idea.
Bananas.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hold it.
Sorry, our new goal was to make Delaney laugh.
It's just, well, looking at it from the outside,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
different thing. Okay, that was really just your face was amazing.
Tell my wife. My face is amazing. We're all laughing now. We're not even keeping score anymore. You want to do any more?
Last one.
All right, all right.
Why did the mermaid wear seashells?
I don't know.
She grew out of her bee shells. I might be inappropriate. I'm not so sure. That's a couple ways to look at that one. On that note, let's wrap that up.
We're gonna wrap that up. That's so funny. I didn't. Well, my mind went there when you said the seashells, and I was like, this could go, and then it just affirmed it for us.
There we go. All right. So we got our one of our bits.
All right. I think we both laughed at that one.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great. For now, do you have as we're wrapping up, do you have a website, Instagram, anything? If somebody wants to get a hold of you guys, maybe make an appointment if they're an endurance athlete, where should they go?
Website's great, right? So you go to cbptjacksbeach.com.
We'll put it on.
Okay.
We'll do that in post.
We'll do it in post.
We'll
That's
do it
going
in
to be
post.
the new title.
It's a mouthful.
CBPT.
Jacksbeach.com.
Jacksbeach.com.
Coltman and Baughman Physical Therapy. That's where that
And
comes from.
do you have any like top tips for? If you don't, we can edit this.
Okay.
But do you have any like top tips for runners or swimmers or for triathletes or for
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The best tip: strength training. Right? Strength training is, if you talk about reducing risk of injury, of everything you can do, even more than stretching. Strength training is the best thing you can do to decrease risk of injury.
Really?
Whether you're an endurance athlete, runner, swimmer, triathlon, whatever, do some endurance training. Don't skip leg day.
So I was going to ask, for people who aren't know anything about working out, anything like that, strength training, I know, like you said, leg day. So like, what are some examples of strict strength training that somebody can do? Is it just like doing more weights and stuff like that? Is that what you mean?
That's actually one of the most common questions we get. So we literally created a website, therunner's10.com. It is the top 10 exercises for lower body strengthening.
Therunner's10.com. We're going to have to
There
put
you
that
go.
up there. That's the one you got to promote, right?
Because I get that question all the time. What do I need to do for strength training to help prevent injury? So we got it so much, we created a website for it.
Look at that. We didn't even touch on
Did
that
not even know it.
before.
That was just like a softball. That's nice.
Loved it. Okay, Runners 10 cbptjacksbeach.com.
You got it.
Love it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
And
Yeah,
just
it's
to
my
say
pleasure.
too,
Thank
he
you.
doesn't just do endurance athletes. He does, which maybe it's endurance, but Mark has done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu before. We've actually rolled together before. I know he has some. I'm not going to HIPAA violate anything, but I know he has some regulars that go in there. He rehabbed my shoulder after
Nice.
a surgery as well. Not that I want to be your poster child for
That's
for
right.
fitness and recovery, but yeah, Mark has a good breadth of knowledge in all kinds of different sports.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You know what's funny is when he was talking about his triathlon before, I go, oh, okay, is that where, did Austin do the triathlon? And he goes, no. And I was like, he didn't strike me as a triathlon type guy, but no, you're more jiu-jitsu.
I'm not a triathlon type guy. I am playing in the pool with my kids,
Yes.
but not swimming by any stretch. I think I sink.
You just make people tap.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
Aw, awesome. Thank you so much, Mark, for hanging out.
Yeah, this was good.
It's awesome.
I think it's my favorite one so far.
Me
But I'm gonna have to
too.
cut that out now.
Yes, you're
I
like,
don't think I'm gonna have to edit. I just take the middle chunk and just put it together. Basically, I'm not gonna have to cut pieces.
I know. Look at
You are a
this.
good
You're an
interviewer.
expert. I know. You've been training your whole day for this.
I have,
I mean,
I have.
what?
Did we do an outro yet? Should
No,
we do
I
an
was just
outro?
kind of,
Oh,
that
okay,
was
go
kind of what
ahead.
we were doing. Should I do that again?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. It was super fun. I think this was one of our best ones, just kind of chatting. I learned a lot about
Top three, for sure.
top three, which
Top
is,
3 of 3.
that's what I mean. You made the cut, my friend. We'll leave all of your info on the screen down below,
Awesome.
and we will catch you guys next week. Bye.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Thanks. That was fun.